Okay, so basically now we are going to study about the logical function. So logical functions, or many people used to say if functions. So what is logical functions? So basically there is always a rule, right? And a rule to do everything, or there is a way to get any results, correct? So what happens in this particular formula now is basically using a logic. Like you are going to give a condition, and if as per your condition that qualifies, so you are going to have two places for results. One is the result for true, like result if your logical function, if your logic is true, so they'll get it. Or else what will happen, basically if your logic is not applied, then in that case what should be the result? So basically you will be getting what happens, like here in the logical function you get three things. First one is logical test, like that is the condition for result. Okay, the second one is value if true, like what will happen, what should be the result if in that particular cell or that particular situation is qualifying your condition. For example, like here I have taken that there is a passing percentage is 50. If you have scored more than or equal to 50, then what should be your, this is my condition, that if you will be scoring more than or equal to 50, then what should be your result? So if it is value is true, if that particular condition is fulfilled, then the result, if the condition fulfilled, would be pass, right? And then there is value if false, like what if the marks is not equal to or more than 50, then what should be the result? The result should be fail. Okay, so I have put it a condition. Now what will be your value of true and value if false? That totally depends on the condition. Okay, that is the best example I can get, because let's say I have put it this condition as your mark should be more than or equal to 50. So if it is more than or equal to 50, then you should be marked as pass, or else you should mark as fail. Let's say we are just changing the same condition into your marks are less than 50. So when your marks are less than 50, then what will happen? Like then you will basically fail. And if your marks are not less than 50, so obviously in the numerical function, if let's say there is something which is not less than a number, not less than 50, then there is only two options. Either it will be equal to or it will be greater than that number, correct? Like let's say if there is any number that is not less than 50, so either it can be 50 or it can be more than 50. There are only these two options now. Yeah, so on the basis of that only, what we have done, like let's say there are two different conditions which is signifying the same thing, right? There are two different conditions which is signifying the same thing. Like first condition is your mark should be more than or equal to 50, and the second condition is your mark should be less than 50. And depending upon this condition only, you'll be deciding what should be your value if true and what should be your value if false. Here you can see that the result in both the cases would be same, right? Because you are saying the same thing but in two different ways, right? Like you are saying the same thing into two different ways. Let's say whenever you implement logical function, that is if equal to if, the moment you write equal to if now and you press enter, so you get three options, that is logical test, value is true and value is false. These are the three things. Now in logical test, you give them the logic. The logic to what? Like what is your condition? For example, in our houses, like what happens when we were kids, so we used to get offers on our results. Like if you score more than 90%, so you'll get a mobile phone, right? Or else you won't get anything. So like if you score more than 90%, then you'll get a laptop, or else you won't get anything. So basically this is our condition. Whatever the condition is, that is our logical test. Okay. The condition we will be implementing, the condition we'll be applying will be working as our logical test. And the value if true is the result which will be provided if your condition is being fulfilled. Okay. So for example, let's take a simple example. marks. Here is the marks and here is the result. Okay. So let's say marks for randomly I am providing many marks from 50 to 100. Okay. From 50 to 100 I am providing any marks. Okay, here is my condition. What is my condition? So is equal to if your marks is greater than 90. Okay, if your marks is greater than 90, then what you'll do, comma, value of true, you will get a laptop. Okay, now you need to see each and every single detail. Okay, here I have used which type of cell reference? It is relative cell reference, right? Because this condition is going to change as per the marks, correct? So we'll be dragging this formula, no? So whenever we'll be dragging this downwards, the marks will get changed automatically. So that is why I have used relative cell reference. Okay. So I have put it a condition that my marks should be greater than 90. So in that condition, when I put it comma, then I entered into which condition? So then I entered into the second content of this particular formula, that's the value of true. Now there is a rule that whenever you are writing any like whenever you are writing any cell reference or you are writing any numerical value, then you can just simply write it that I have written it 90 or I have selected A15. So either you are writing your cell reference like cell name or you are writing any numerical value. For that you don't need to write anything, you can just simply write it. But whenever you are writing some alphabetical words, okay, or alphanumeric words, then you need to write it between double inverted comma. So now I have put it a function that there is a logic that my whatever the marks is should, if it is greater than 90, then I'll get a laptop, or else again I put it a comma, I entered into value if false. So or else I'll be getting a mobile. I've closed the tab and then I've just dragged it. So now you can see that whatever the number that is more than 90, there it is providing laptop, and wherever the marks is less than 90, it is providing mobiles, right? Now you must have understood the usage of this logical function, right? Like there are two things. First one, the logic, and the second one is the result with if the logic is qualified. Okay, so what it does, it checks every single time. It just goes to the A15, like simply A16, A17, A18. It goes to every cell and it compares that either it is greater than 90 or not. If it is greater than 90, then you will get what? Then you will get your value if true. And if it is not greater than 90, either it is equal to 90 or less than 90, then you are getting value of false. Okay, we are just providing a condition, and on the basis of condition, if you are fulfilling my condition, then I'll give you a reward, and if you don't fulfill my condition, then there will be another option. You can see like this is the condition. If you fulfill this condition, then either you will get a reward. If you don't fulfill the condition, you will get a punishment. That's it. And here, as I have used laptop or mobile, so here you can use cell reference. Okay, here you can use some other formula as well. Okay, depending upon the condition. I have written laptop because just to make you understand. Okay, like today, whatever we are discussing, so I'll be letting you know about the concept of this formula. Okay, where this formula needs to be used in your practical life or your day-to-day activities, that needs to be decided by you. Okay, that is why like understanding the use of this logical function is totally your responsibility. You need to understand that where you can use these functions. Okay, I can only let you know about the concept of this particular function. I can only let you know about the usage, but you need to figure out that where you need to implement it. Here we have I have written a number of conditions for calculating DA, flat, HRA, TA, 20%, like PF. Okay. So I have provided many conditions here, and depending upon these conditions only, we are going to calculate everything. Okay. So here we are going to understand a number of things. Like let's start with DA. Okay. That is dearance allowance. So basically, all of us, we are getting salaries. So in that, there is an option of DA, especially in the case of government employees. There is a content of DA that is basically depending upon the dearance allowance, that is the expenses which are increasing. Okay, the price is rising day by day. So for compensating that, so that an employee can maintain their same lifestyle with this increasing high rate of mm, a high pricing rate. So in that condition, you can survive in the same standard of living. For that, we used to give that content that is known as dearance allowance. So here, for calculating the dearance allowance, there is a condition that has been given: 50% of the salary if the state is Delhi, okay, and 40% of the salary for rest of the employees. These are the two conditions. Like here it is given that your condition is like your state, your city should be Delhi, okay, so you will be getting 50% of the salary. And in case of other employees, so what you will get in case of other cities, you are getting 40% of the salary. Okay. So here, what should be the condition I can put is equal to if. So basically, there is a condition that if you belong to Delhi, then you will be getting 50% of the salary. And if you belong to any other city, then you will be getting 40% of the salary. I have provided a logic that is equal to if your city, whatever your city is, equal to Delhi. In Delhi, I need to select F4. Why? I need to fix it because whenever I'll be dragging it now, I always want every single cell, every D2, every city needs to be compared with D5 because in D5 Delhi has been written. Okay. So this is my condition that your value, this value of the city should be equal to whatever is written in D5. And in D5, what is written? So Delhi. So I have just provided the condition that, okay, if your city is equal to Delhi, then what is the value of true? What you'll be getting? So you'll be getting your basic salary into 50%. Okay. This is the condition E2. Why I have selected E2? So in the E2, there is basic salary that has been given now. It is right now, it is covered with the formula, so you are not able to see. But you can see that in this particular table, in the E column, there is the basic formula, sorry, basic salary. So if there is a condition that is equal to if your city is equal to Delhi, then what should be the result? The result should be 50% of your salary. And what is the second condition? Like, let's say if your city is not equal to Delhi, then what will happen? Yeah, 40% of your salary. So E2 into 40%. Now here you can see that I have written numerical functions and I have written cell references. That is why I don't need to write double inverted comma because I haven't written any alphabetical things. So now here we have closed it. Okay. So this is the function entered here. So now here you can see that it is calculating 40%. Why? Because the city is Mumbai. Okay. Now if we'll be dragging the same thing, now you can see here it is calculating 40%, here it is calculating 40, here it is calculating 40. But here you can see that of 16,000, it is 50% of the 16,000. Why? Because the city is equal to Delhi. Okay. Here also you can see that the city is equal to Delhi. That is why they are calculating 50%. Other than that, in each and every scenario, 40% has been calculated. Let's say just copy this. Here it is 40%. Now paste it here. Now whenever you paste it like Delhi, the city changed to Delhi and the DA changed to 50% from 40%. Right? So this is the condition what you have implemented, that if your city is, if you belong to Delhi, then you are getting a DA, dearance allowance, of 50%, or else you'll be getting a DA of 40% of your basic salary. Okay. And now we will be doing the same thing with the help of not. Like right now we are using if, and now we'll be using if not. Okay, so can you just tell me that the same condition I need to implement on DA? Okay, how would I be able to implement it with if not? What will be the change that will take place if I'll be implementing if not? Rather than implementing if I'm going to implement if not, then what will be the change? What will be the major change? Look, for example, here, going back to this one, because this is the very basic formula, okay? So you must have understood this formula, correct? So in this condition, what has happened, like here, you are getting what your condition was if you are getting more than 90. So you are getting laptop, that is value of true, and mobile value of false. What if you are not getting more than 90? So in that condition, if you are not getting more than 90, what does it mean? That if you are not getting more than 90, then you'll be getting here mobile, or else you'll be getting laptop, right? So whenever you add not into your condition, whenever you add not into your logical test, so the easiest way to get the same answer is you will flip, like you will exchange the value of true and value of false. Okay. Like here we have implemented a condition that you are scoring more than 90. So when you score more than 90, you are going to get what? You are going to get a laptop. Okay. So what if you are not going to score more than 90? So in that condition, what you will do? So in that condition, you will be getting what? You will be getting a mobile, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is what I'm saying, that when you are implementing not, you are just reversing the condition. Okay, so when you'll be reversing the condition and you need to get the same answers, in that condition, what you need to do, you just need to make the value if true, you just need to exchange the value of true with value of false. That's it. Like is equal to if, then there is not. Okay, and then I'm providing the same formula. This cell is greater than 90. Okay, provided this. So, and what I'll do here, I will do mobile, because earlier the mobile was in value false, right? And right now, here I am writing laptop, because earlier the laptop was in value if true. You get the same answers, because first you what changed? First you just reverse this logic. So I, along with the logic, I reversed the results as well. Okay. This is the same thing I have written here. Like here is a condition that is greater than or equal to 50. So in the numerical function, if anything is greater than or equal to 50, then what is the other option? The second option is if it is not greater than or equal to 50, then it should be less than 50, right? In the numerical function, there is only two options now. Like either you are equal to or greater than, or you are less than. So that is why here I have written that if that particular marks is greater than or equal to 50, if it is so, then it's fine. Then you will pass, or else you will fail. Now coming to the second one, just opposite to this condition. If your marks are less than 50, so that is the other point. Now here, if you are getting 90%, here, if you are getting more than 90%, then you are going to get a laptop, or you are going to get a mobile. So here, if you are not going to get more than 90%, so if you are not going to get more than 90%, then you are going to get a mobile, or else you are going to get a laptop. So this is the usage of not, basically. Okay, the same function, what it does, it just reflects the same thing. Let's say is equal to if, bracket open, not, here this particular, your city is equal to Delhi. Okay, if your city is not equal to Delhi, then what will be your answer? your answer would be basic into 40%, right? And in other cases, your answer would be basic into 50%. Your answer, your this DA would be the same. The result would be the same. Okay. Depending upon the requirement, you have just flipped the question as well. Value of true and value of false. You have just made the changes. Okay. So this was if and then if not. Okay. Now coming to this condition, like flat. For flat, what is the condition? Like if you are living in Delhi or Mumbai, okay, then only you'll be getting the flat. What is the condition? We are living in Delhi or Mumbai. So basically at once you can't live in Delhi along and as well as Mumbai, correct? So here you can see that there is only one place for city. So either it can be Delhi or it can be Kolkata or it can be Chennai or it can be Mumbai. So basically any one of them can be allocated, right? Any one of the options can be allocated because you can at once you can live in one city only. Right. For that purpose, what we'll do is equal to if now you have logical test, but you have in logical test now you need to give two logics. What are these two logics? That city should either be Mumbai or it should be Delhi, correct? Like I'll be getting a flat only if I live in Delhi or Mumbai, correct? That is the condition. So for that purpose, like the way I am saying or, so this here or will be used is equal to if or. What is the first logic? That your city should be equal to Mumbai, okay, comma. What is the second logic? Your city should be equal to Delhi, okay. So these are the two logics we have implemented, that if your city should be your city is equal to Mumbai, or let's say if not Mumbai, then which one? Then it should be Delhi. If your city is either of them, then what you will get? You will get your flat. Yes. And if your city is none of them, then you will be not getting a flat. That is it. Okay. So here you are getting yes because your city is equal to Mumbai. Here you are getting yes because your city is equal to Delhi, again Mumbai, again Delhi, and here it is Delhi and Mumbai. So in case of Kolkata, Dehradun, Chennai, you are not getting your flat. Okay, because in our condition, there is only two cities that have been mentioned. The two cities are Mumbai and Delhi. Okay, so basically if or, like if you are using or, it means any one of the conditions. Like here I have provided two conditions, right? First condition is your city should be equal to Mumbai, and the second condition is your city should be equal to Delhi. So in this, what happens now? Any one of your condition is fulfilled, then you will get the result. Okay, any one of your condition is fulfilled, then you get the result. That is the thing. Okay. Now for HRA, what is the condition? Like for HRA, if the flat is no, like if you haven't got the flat and your salary is less than 15,000, okay, you will be eligible for HRA only if first condition is you don't have a flat. The second condition is your salary is less than 15,000. Okay, so here are two different conditions and both the conditions need to be fulfilled. Both the conditions need to be fulfilled means by you don't need to have a flat first. Like if you are getting a flat, it means you are not eligible for HRA. So the first condition is you are not getting a flat. The second condition is your salary must be less than 50,000. Then how much HRA you will be getting? You will be getting 40% of your salary. Okay. So here it is equal to if Now, here also you need to implement two conditions, but both of the conditions need to be implemented, like condition 1 and condition 2. So earlier there was an option that condition 1 or condition 2. Okay, like your city should be Delhi or Mumbai. Okay, but right now there are two different conditions and both of the conditions need to be fulfilled. So need to understand, it's a bit tricky. Okay, but it's easier if you try to understand in your mother tongue, like if you will be just figuring out the meaning, like and or. Okay, so in case of or, when you have options, so you choose any one of them, right? Similarly, there will be n number of logical tests, and if any one of the logical tests matches, then you will get the value true. But when you implemented and, so in that condition, every single condition that has been mentioned need to be followed, then only you'll be getting a value true. Here I have provided if and, first condition is flat equal to, the second condition is your salary is less than 15,000. So I have implemented two conditions. If both of the conditions are implemented, then your salary into 40%. And the second condition is either you can select blank or you can select 0. Okay, that totally depends on you. So if I don't want to write anything there, yeah, I need to write NA. So what I'll do, I just press NA. Okay, I can write NA. Or if I need to keep it blank, so I'll just provide a inverted comma, open and close. Okay, here in between I can give a space. So this is the way I can provide value true and value false. So here you can get it like this. Like there are only two employees who are not getting flats, but also along with that they have the basic salary less than 15,000. Okay, because there are some employees who don't get the flat, but their salary is more than 15,000. That is why they didn't got the HRA. Understood? So the only difference in between or and is, like in case of and na, whatever logic you give, that the logic 1 and logic 2, logic 3, that there are n number of options. So whatever the logic you give, all the conditions should be fulfilled. For example, whenever you go to take an admission in any school, okay, so there is first condition is your cutoff. You should be at least scoring 90% or 92% or 95%. Okay, that is the first condition. Second condition is you should be at least getting 90 plus in English. Like obviously, if you have 6 subjects, so even without getting 90 plus in English, you can score 90, right? 90% aggregate. So the first condition is to get the admission form, you need to score, you need to have a result of more than 90%. Okay, at least 90%. And the second condition is, like, if you have scored more than 90 in English and maths. So like there are three different conditions, and if you disqualify any one of them, then you won't be getting the admission. Like let's say if you have scored 95%, but in English you have only got 89. So you won't be able to qualify. In maths, you have only got 85. So in that condition, you won't be able to qualify. Okay. So in AND condition, what happens? In an AND condition, so whatever logic you give, all the logics need to be followed. Then only you will get whatever you have provided in value of true. Okay. Whatever the result you want after the implementation of all these logics will be implemented only if all of them, like each and every condition within that logic will be implemented, then only you will be getting this value of true result. Understood? So now for TA, we have an option that your city should be, you should belong to Delhi or Mumbai, and your salary should be less than 10,000. Okay. So there are two conditions, that your basic should be less than 10,000 and your city should be any one of them. like Delhi or Mumbai. So basically what it is, we have like here also we have two conditions. Okay. First condition is like salary should be less than 10,000. And the second condition is related to city. But within that city also we have two options. They can belong either from Delhi or they can belong to Mumbai, right? So can you suggest me at this moment, can you suggest me that what will be the function that we are going to use into this formula? Like we are going to use if for sure, right? Because we are studying like right now we are studying the same topic. So we are going to use if. Along with if, what are the conditions we are going to use? Actually, your TA would be 20% of your basic salary if like this is your result, this is TA, this will be your result, okay, and these two are your conditions. If you belong to Delhi or Mumbai, okay, and along with that, if your salary is less than 10,000, then you will be getting 20% of your basic, okay. So now coming here is equal to if. Now there are two different conditions, both of the conditions need to be implemented, right? So you need to implement and, because you need to take care about cities also and you need to take care about the salary also. Like understanding right till now. So you need to take care about two things, two sections. First one is salary and the second one is city. So in the first condition, what I did is equal to if, and the first logic is your salary is less than 10,000. Okay, then this is your first logic. And at the first logic, now come to the second logic. The second logic is related to what? Your second logic is related to city, correct? And at once, you can be only in one city, correct? So either you can be in Delhi or you can be in Mumbai. So here we are using or because we have two options, any one of them. So I have implemented or. Now in or, your first condition is your city is equal to Mumbai. Your city is equal to Mumbai, and or your city is equal to Delhi, correct? Yeah. So now what I have done, I have I had two different conditions. I need to implement it both of them. So first I have taken one condition that is related to my salary. Then I have taken second condition. When I entered into the second condition, again in the second condition, I have two options. I can go either with them. So I have implemented or, okay. Now I have closed it. Now provided comma. Now I entered into value of true. So what should be the value of true? That is 20% of your basic, right? So 20% of your basic, or else what will go do? So you get a blank. Either you are getting 20% or you are getting nothing. You must entered here. You came to this. Okay. So you can go through it like here. It is fulfilling both the categories. Like the basic salary is less than 10,000 and also they are living in Mumbai. Okay. Here you will come to know that here also you are getting your salary is like here you can see that you are living in Delhi, but your salary is not less than 10,000. That is why you didn't get anything. Correct. Yeah, in the next case, what is happening? Your salary is also less than 10,000 and you are also living in Mumbai. So will be provided traveling allowance, right? So this is the condition how you are going to decide when you are going to use and when you are going to use or. Okay. So let's say in Hindi, like if I understand everything in Hindi, okay, just because I'm comfortable in Hindi, so what I'll do, I'll just translate and or in Hindi, then I will understand that I need to follow two conditions. First is my salary should be less than 10,000 and I should belong to city. Which city? So I should belong to Delhi or Mumbai. Okay, so depending upon this, now you can just figure out that when you need to use and when you need to use or. Okay, now coming to the gross salary. So gross salary would be your basic plus DA plus HRA plus TA. These four would be your gross salary, correct? Because this, if not, so we have just changed this condition. Na? It won't be included in your gross salary. So this will be your gross salary. Now you are getting value error. Can anybody tell me why? You can only add the numerical values. And in HRA, what you have done, you have provided a blank space. Na? Provided a space bar rather than 0. That is why you can't add blank space with numbers. You can't add blank space with numbers. That is why you are getting value error. So what you will do here, if you make a change that rather than providing a blank, you will provide a 0. So when you will provide a 0, now you can get the right answer. The same will be happening with TA as well. Like here it is the number, but if you will paste it here, you are getting value error. Why? Because rather than providing a blank, if we'll provide a 0, then it will be a numerical function, right? It will be a number. So in this condition, now we'll be getting all the answers. Here I have just dragged it, and now you are getting the answer. You are getting your gross salary. Okay, this will be your gross salary. Okay, you are just adding it, but for addition, every content should be numerical. Like you can only add 5 plus 6. You can't add 5 plus blank or 5 plus A, right? That is why you are getting the value in. Now coming to this PF. Okay, so the PF is like if there is a condition, if your basic plus DA is greater than or equal to 15,000, greater than or equal to 15,000, then you'll be getting 1,800, or else you'll be getting 12% of your basic plus DA. Okay, so there are two answers. Answer number 1, result 1. That is your, this is the result 1, result 2. This is your result 2. Yeah, this is your result 2. And this is your condition. So what is your condition? Your condition is basic plus DA is equal to is greater than or equal to 15,000. So is equal to if your basic plus DA is greater than or equal to 15,000. Okay, then what we'll get? So if your basic plus DA is greater than or equal to 15,000, then you will be getting 1,800, or else you will be getting what? 12% of your basic plus DA. Correct. So what I'll do, I'll just add basic plus DA into 12%. Correct. So is my formula correct? Or I'm missing something, or I'm doing any mistake? So when I be implementing it, I'm getting the answer here. Okay. Now if I'm dragging it, I'm getting 0 and anything else. So I don't think like here your basic plus salary, are we getting 18% of the like 12%? So let's say, let's calculate it. Okay, here I'm not getting 1,800 anywhere, right? It means my formula, like this basic plus DA is greater than 15,000. Na? So in this condition, if my answer would be correct, then I'll be getting 1,800 here, but I'm getting 0. So for the second one, it is 42,000. So why am I not getting this 42 for 42,000? I should, how much I should be getting? So in this formula, R10, the value of 1,800, that is relative. So when I'm changing it, when I came here, this R10, okay, this R10 becomes R19. So in the R19, the value is 0. Here also, when I came to this cell, this R10 becomes R12, and R12 here you can see that there is a 0 value. That is why I am getting these zeros. So what I'll do, I'll fix R10. This is what I was doing wrong in this formula. Okay, this is what I was doing wrong in this formula. Like I need to fix this. I need to use fixed cell reference in this condition. If I'll implement this and then if I'll drag it, then I'll be getting the right answers. This is it. What I'll do, from the gross, I'll deduct my PF, and this will be my net in hand salary, what I'll be getting in my bank account every month after deducting the PF amount.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.